Hi, I'm Neil of Team Teacher, teaching, living and raising a family in China. Today we're looking at what medicine to pack for China. Let's check it out. We recommend you bring like a little first aid kit of medication to have with you when you arrive in China, so as to not have to negotiate all the Chinese drugstores to find that specific medication that you need when you've just arrived here, as it can be quite daunting, frustrating, and that's the worst thing that you want when you're sick. Diarrhea relief. Highly recommend that you bring some diarrhea relief with you because, you know, often you get something that's called a traveler's stomach, and basically it means that with all the traveling, all the new food that you're going to be trying in China, maybe your stomach doesn't agree with that and it shows its displeasure. What medication you want is you want to get something called Loperamide. Normally this is with the brand Imodium, is the most common, and basically it will stop the diarrhea, but you know, eventually you're going to have to clean out your system. But if you're traveling around, or you're starting to teach, or you're in an important meeting, this is something that you will need to hand. Also, in addition, you can consider, you know, bringing along some sort of antacid, like Pepto-Bismol, to help settle your stomach in case you don't deal very well with spicy food, which there's a lot of in China. Allergy relief. You never know what's going to trigger allergies, even if you've not had it before. China has a lot of new things that can trigger allergies, so we recommend you bring a selection. One would be Diphenhydramine, which is under the Benadryl brand. There's also Loratadine, which is under the Claritin brand. And we also suggest you bring along some Hydrocortisone Cream, which is topical. Cold relief medication. Whatever favorite brands you have for decongestion, sore throat and cold relief. They have lots of stuff in China, but it's often different to what you get back home. If you've got a tried and trusted brand, I'd just suggest bringing a pack just to get you started here. Travel motion sickness relief. Look for Meclizine. This I suggest because Chinese transport can be quite rough. There's not so much airflow within the buses, on the rail and on planes here so much, and with kind of it being quite bumpy around, especially if you're going to go to rural areas, then you know, if you suffer from this, definitely put that into your little kit. Multivitamins. If you eat a balanced diet, obviously you're going to be fine. But in China, where the food is new to you, then sometimes that can get a bit out of whack, as you aren't sure of what you can eat, what can't you eat. What we recommend then is that you bring some multivitamins to make sure you're getting all the nutrients that you need. Also, the multivitamin packs here can be quite expensive, so it's good to have some as a backup. Pain relief. Paracetamol, aspirin, all are good. It's good to actually have a selection to see, you know, what works with what situation. They have many brands here, but really when you first arrive and you've got a headache or some pains coming off the plane, you really don't want to be leaving the house, so it's good to have something just in your case that you can just whip out and take. Contraception. Whatever favorite brands of condoms that you have, make sure you have a supply. Yes, there are some here, but you know, it's good to have some backup in case you can't find your favorite brand here. Also lubrication, if you need that, make sure that you have the brand that you like, because it's hard to read the labels here if you've got particular skin allergies. And also birth control would be very difficult to negotiate with Chinese pharmacists. So it's good to have a whole bunch of contraception that you can use straight off the bat. Something that's not medication, but you could consider to pack would be some deodorant if you have a particular favorite brand, or you have one that's you know, for sensitive skin. They do have a lot of deodorant here, sprays and roll-on, but it can be a little bit more expensive than back home. So that's something to consider as well. You don't need to bring mosquito repellent. There's loads of that here, and it's all the common brands. Sun cream, throat lozenges, they have all this sort of stuff here. There are plenty of drugstores that you can go to in China. Two of the most popular ones are Watson's and Manning's. They don't really have pharmacists per se, but they are like drugstores back home, in that will have a selection of medication, and they're quite clearly labeled, and you can kind of work it out from the pictures from there. Our top tip is to actually go to the Watson's website, go to the English version and search for whatever medicine that you require. When you find that medicine, change the text and the language to Chinese, and then you've got all that medicine in Chinese characters. Screenshot that and you have the picture and characters that you can show in the shop. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to our channel, as we have more like it. Thank you and goodbye.